Hey everyone, fantasy football season is here, and for EthOnline, we put together an app called Chaindraft, which essentially uses the L1 and L2 networks to see if we could carry out a fantasy football contest from start to finish without any centralized servers or databases. The way this works is you connect your wallet, and we use Web3 auth underneath. I'm already authenticated, so I can simply click the button and get connected to my wallet. From the Create Contest page, you're presented with a few different settings that you can use to create a new fantasy contest. So I'm just going to go ahead and say like, hey, my first fantasy draft, say it's going to be free, set the close date. And so depending on the week of the season, you can either have it be season long or you can select the specific teams. Lastly, you can add a passcode if you want to restrict players on the web from submitting to your contest unless they have the particular key. I'm just going to have this be open. What happens is you confirm a transaction, and you can actually see the transaction on the underlying network. In this case, there was a transaction that was submitted to create the new contest right here. Now, the second link becomes the master link for the contest you just created, and this URL can be shared with other participants. You get presented with a list of players that you can rotate to build your lineup. And every player that submits a draft to your contest has the same amount of skips, so there's a level playing field and you can't go back and select new players. So let's say I just step through this process. I can sign here for verification, and this draft might not be very good. We're just going to go ahead and submit it. First, we get registered with chat, so that's the XMTP connection. And the second component is actually submitting the lineup to an entry on the contract to represent this particular lineup. So looks good. The draft was submitted successfully. I can now view the lineup coming back to this page. And as the owner, I can essentially track as new submissions end up coming over time. And I'm just going to show what this looks like if I submit as another player to the same draft. So this could be like your friend submitting to the exact same contest. The very similar process applies. They confirm the transaction and submit the lineup. Now, they aren't the owner and the submission hasn't been closed yet. So if you actually switch back to the owning account, or let's say the owner logged in and accessed the same contest, they would see both lineups as well as any additional ones that came through and be able to essentially close the contest or freeze it, as in not allow any additional submissions. I don't necessarily want any more submissions. You can close the contest. And now it's officially frozen, and the other player, when they come back to this page, will see that it has started. You can also now chat with different players within the contest. So if you actually came in here, you could send a message to the other address and say, hey, nice lineup or something like that. The admin of the contest can announce the winner, and now whenever somebody comes back to this particular contest, they will see the fact that a winner has been declared, as well as the attestation associating the particular draft and the information about the contest. Coming back to where I created the contest originally, you can go to the messages tab and see those messages that have come in from the different contests towards your address. So you can see just from a few moments ago that there was that nice lineup comment that actually did get recorded here as a message from that other wallet. In terms of the code, it's available on my GitHub. Encourage you to check it out. But that's pretty much the Chaindraft project, and thanks for your time.